Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding was that nothing could spawn on top of chests, or the enormous chests, or whatever it is. Oh, holy moly. Okay, this could all go horribly wrong for us right now. And we got screaming and everything, and it's, yeah, this is interesting. This is going really well, isn't it? An interesting start. Probably shouldn't have approached those, but hey, never mind. Let's just try and get these the heck away. You need to die as well. Oh my lord. This is a compressed skeleton. This is going to go awfully wrong, isn't it? Please don't tell me there's another one. Okay. Well, I got some boots. Don't actually have our bow on us, do we? Oh my lord. At least he's bigger than normal as well. This is all going to go very wrong. Very wrong indeed. At times when you don't need compressed skeletons. Is that all of it? I can still hear them. Oh, that's because you're here. Oh my lord, this is another one. Just get in the same block as me, it's fine. Let me just kill you from the inside. Well, at least I'm a bit more adept at handling a stone cleaver. Let's just... Oh, we are full of arrows, aren't we? What we do is getting rid of this chap. Come on. Bye-bye, horsey. I'm sorry. Where did you go? Oh, you're still there. Okay, so, welcome to an incredibly noisy start to the episode. And, yeah, it is, in fact, New Year's Eve. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, and we've had some excitement, it seems. So I kind of wasn't expecting that. Maybe I should have just walked away. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, my understanding was that stuff shouldn't be spawning on top of those, but clearly that is not the case. We're also, for some reason, and it's been since I last logged in, that's happening. Which is great. From a ghast tier perspective, not so great from a noise perspective. So I think the first thing we need to do is we are going to have to get some kind of muffler over there, because that is just horrendous. What do we got? With a boss death muffler, ender dragon death muffler, blueberry muffin, not really going to help us, but yeah, I think we need wool. Okay, well that's fine. Let's build ourselves a note block quickly. And let's make one of them. And let's get that the heck over here, because all it's done basically has been scare the living bejeez out of me with it going off all the time. So I'm kind of thinking if we maybe... I don't know, do we break that block there and put that there? Is that going to be enough to muffle it? I think that might have worked. Amazing. We'll take that back. But yeah, so we're getting plenty of loots. Much loots indeed. We've got 18 ghast tiers already, which is fairly cool, obviously, because we're not really doing a great deal and we're gathering ghast tiers like there is no tomorrow. I'm going to put this these odd bits in here just because I can. I will take the bones out though. But yeah, there is lots that has been coming out of this. So yeah, that has muffled that. So hopefully this will make this a little less noisy, but won't stop it from being productive. Now I have moved the loot recycler, and there was a reason for that. Stuff was getting a wee bit crazy again down in the old the little chest that gets fed in from the chickens. So it was getting a bit mental down there. So I had started to pick up some of the items that could be recycled in the loot recycler, such as all this stuff. That can all go in there, and that will give us sort of loot bags. Tiny, oh, they have gone. There we go. But let's just see. Is this actually still? Is that full up again? It is pretty much full up again, isn't it? But yeah, it has been just sort nicely. Oh dear, it has been getting a little bit crazy in here, but I've been taking stuff out like the feathers, just getting rid of those. Because to be fair, don't really need them. They can go straight in here, and because they're kind of deemed as a mob drop. Oh my god, what have I just dropped in there? I just recycled. I just recycled my thing, didn't I? That was really silly. That was my jerkinator. I've just recycled my jerkinator. I didn't think that could be, but it is. It is, of course. It is an item that did get recycled, and we are out of wood. We are, which is probably, well, we're having a little bit of a power issue. So let's grab. Hopefully, we've got plenty of logs. We can find them somewhere in here. I'm hoping we've got logs anyway. 12. Wow. Yeah, that's not so special, is it? We'll take those out anyway. More logs? Anywhere? No? Is that... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, as you can see, things are probably running a little not as well as they could be. So, let's get rid of this lot into here very quickly. And let's make ourselves a new jerkinator. Which is that one there. Let's make you. Which I think, what are we out of? What are we needing? We can't possibly be needing all of that, can we? Let's just have a quick look and just see. There we go. Thought I had one. Okay, so go down and refill this little butte up from our jerky factory down here. Let's take as many as we can. Is that going to let us click it in there? Do we shift? Hopefully that is picking up everything. It's making a very lovely dingy noise, isn't it? Is it actually accepting it? Have we got anything in there? 64 out of 64. Okay, so it has got enough in there. Let's put all that lot back in there then. And let's... Is it shift right click to activate it? There we go. Are you sufficiently jerkinated? You are. Awesome. Right. Well, that wasn't what I was going to cover. It was not what I was going to cover at all. So I wasn't expecting all of that to happen. Now, as you can see here, much has been going on with our Inferium Essence Farm. So let's gather all of this lot out of here. But that has been running beautifully. So yeah, we are getting a decent amount of essence coming out now, which is great. Is that going straight into the chest? I wonder if it is. There we go. So let's turn all of this very quickly into Prudentium. So much of it now as well, which is great. So yeah, the farm is working. It's a little dependent on power. Oh, we're nearly out in our crystal. Hopefully we've got enough. Let's just do one more. We'll stick those into there. Get what we can out. There we go. So we'll just move all of this into this chest for the moment. So it looks like we're going to have to make a new infusion crystal fairly shortly, which is fine. That is not a problem at all. But there we go. So yeah, we're starting to build that up quite nicely. So this is running. I'm not entirely sure why it's not currently harvesting. That would be because we are without a ho. So let us see if we have a hoe in here. Let's use the obsidian hoe. I'm sure that will work reasonably well. Doesn't have to be the same. So there we go. Ah, perfect. Yep, harvesting beautifully. Excellent. That is what we needed. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to do was to start to look at what we can do with regards to wither skulls that we've collected and a wither. And I was looking at how we could safely do wither kills in the Skyblock world. And what we have... This is great. There's peace and quiet with this now. What we have is now... How many skulls do we have? We've got 38 wither skulls. Which is kind of tidy. I think that's like a fairly tidy number. And what we can do is we can actually make wither-proof blocks. There's a couple of ways we can do this. If we have a quick look here, if we just type in wither. So we have this stuff here. So we've got reinforced obsidian. We also have the reinforced obsidian of the Ender IO types. You've got the Ender IO and you've got the tiny progressions. Ender IO. Let's go into that. So we'd need dark iron bars, we'd need dark steel, and we'd need obsidian for that, which is fine, but it's kind of costly. Reinforced obsidian, which is also witherproof. That is obsidian, steel, and steel scaffolding. So with the steel scaffolding, you need either steel ingots, steel rods, which again are pretty easy to make if you've got steel ingots, and obsidian. So basically what we need is a bunch of steel. Now, I was messing about with the chickens, like you do. And talking of which, there we go. There's some obsidian. Let's just dump all of this lot into here. That's fine. And I'm going to go and put these skulls away before I lose them, because that would not be a good thing. They can sit in there. But yeah, I was messing around and I thought, well, you know what? I'm pretty sure you can make steel chickens. And indeed you can. Steel chickens are basically your iron chickens, and they're bred with your coal chickens, which is all very cool. Just seeing, we seem to be gathering stuff. Is that just because I walked past, or is that full? No, that's fine. Yeah, iron chickens and coal chickens bred together, which is awesome. So that gave us our steel chicken, which is brilliant, because that means that we now got a chicken that is making us steel ingots. Now, something else kind of happened, and I don't think there was... I'm sure I had a chicken die then. But, what also happened was that though I was breeding them, I ended up with this chap. So I ended up with the lead chicken. So it kind of turns out that lead chickens are not lead chickens. lead chickens are iron chickens and coal chickens. And steel chickens, which are dark steel chickens. You can get dark steel chickens, interesting. Mana steel, there we go. Steel chickens are iron chickens and coal chickens. So you basically get the same thing. If we wanted dark steel chickens, we could do that, but we'd need to do obsidian chickens and iron chickens. But to be fair, I think we can pretty much get away with doing the steel ones. And using the steel scaffolding and the steel rods and everything like that, and doing it that way. So we've got the obsidian chickens, we've got steel chickens. So we could potentially be making ourselves... I wonder whether we can get rid of this stuff, because is that a drop? No, that won't go in there. Okay. But yeah, we should in theory be getting steel ingots. Now it's whether... Let's take these blocks out for the time being, shall we? It is whether such things have actually filtered through as yet. Wow, look at all of this again. All this gunpowder that we just do not need. You, Mr. Gunpowders, just can go straight in there and turn into loot bags. Which suits me just fine, because that's even more. So that just means all of this is backing up again. Sorry about that, a little bit of a tickle. So yeah, hopefully... Oh, there's all our wood. I knew we had some somewhere. Perfect. Let's get the power running again. Very quickly. So yeah, so we want some steel ingots to start coming through. And we can start making our witherproof blocks. So it does mean as well that we're going to need to try and find somewhere that we can ultimately set up our wither area. But what I would like to do is to actually make it automated. So we're not having to sort of worry about keeping doing it, and we can just get nether stars coming out. Idea being is that we can sort of have something set up like an actual wither farm that we can just basically leave running with, I would say, minimal power. I'm hoping that it might be something that if we get a bit clever, for me, which is involving redstone, which isn't that clever, but you know, that we potentially could do something using, if we have it in this pack, which I'm pretty sure we do, some kind of block placer that we can basically let them go, let them spawn, leave that running for a little while. I think that will keep those going. I think you can get block placers, can't you? Auto placers, yeah, so you've got auto placers here, so we might be able to use these. I don't think there are any other types of block placer within this. A phantom placer, that's interesting, but yeah, an auto placer, so that's cobblestone, palace crystals and basic coils, and in theory we should be able to use those to create something that we can actually get to set the withers up. So placing all of the blocks, so your soul sand, etc, etc, hopefully placing it and then releasing it, and then what I'll probably do is use the mob grinder as we've got in the spawner. I'm just having a look to see if we've actually got any steel filtering through yet. But yeah, use the mob grinder, as in the main mob farm, to actually kill them. So we can just pretty much leave it automated. I mean, it might be that we could... That's just normal iron, isn't it? We might be able to integrate it somehow into... So we've got loads of lead. So we have lead coming through. Do we have any steel? We do! Awesome. Only a few, but it's a start. I'm going to take those out as well, because I'm not entirely sure how we've managed to get a bunch of saplings in there. But they can become part of the fuel, I should think. There we go. But yeah, it means that we can start making the weatherproof blocks. We can also get weatherproof glass as well, which is somewhere around here. Weatherproof glass, blast resistant. It's a mystical agriculture. Or we've also got the tiny progressions, reinforced glass, and that is the wither skulls basically around glass. So we could build something where we actually have a bit of a window and we can see what's going on, which I think will be really helpful as well. Plus we also have the death muffler as well, which will be kind of handy, so we're not going to be plagued by noise. But I'm kind of thinking let's make some of these if we can. So I'm going to throw the old steel ingots into the mix there, and what we need is our steel scaffolding. So in order to make that we need some steel rods. So let's make a few steel rods. I don't know how many blocks this is actually going to make. Let's make some scaffolding. So that makes 6 of those. That's not too bad really, is it? And let's see if we can now try and make these. How many can we get out of this? So that's given us a grand total of 6 reinforced obsidian. So that's a little bit painful. That is a little bit painful. So it's going to take us probably a little while just to keep sort of building those up. But again, you know, as the steel comes in, we'll get that harvested, and we'll get that. Ooh, it's compressed spider. How exciting! But yeah, we can start getting our weatherproof blocks built sort of over the course of the next sort of few episodes, which will be really helpful. So yeah, so things are coming along. Could make our weatherproof glass, couldn't we? Because we have got a few skulls. So let's choose. It was this one, wasn't it? Nope. Can't do that just yet because we've not got the with a skeleton essence. It is tiny progressions weatherproof glass. Where are you? You're here. So we can make that quite easily. Let's see, we can make about 20 of those, I think. Let's make 25 of those. So again, that gives us a little bit, and I think we're still going to have a few wither skulls left over for a while. And one of the other things I did where we were getting all the clogs downstairs, I've actually picked up the golden lassos and I've put in our chickens. So in here we've got the dye chickens. Oops. So it's the red dye, the yellow dye, and the cactus green dye. So I actually got rid of those from over there, and I've replaced them with the other chickens. But hopefully that means that we'll get a decent amount of steel starting to come in, and it shouldn't really on that basis take too long. You know, we're pretty much producing everything that we actually need. I just want to try and clear some of this out because it's clogging up very much with all of these cocoa beans. I was making chocolate, but to be fair, I really couldn't be bothered to keep going and milking the cows. So some kind of auto. That's one thing I didn't think of actually. Ooh, oh no, we haven't. We don't have My Factory Reloaded, do we? I don't think we do. Was it a rancher? No. No, forgetting we don't have My Factory Reloaded, which is kind of sad really. Because having the old rancher there where we could have milked all of those cows would have been a blessing, I think. Some of me is also thinking I might actually get rid of our cocoa brown chickens because, again, we don't have a massive need for cocoa beans. So we could always make a golden lasso. I think I actually have got enough levels in order to be able to do that as well, which would probably be quite a good idea. So why don't we get rid of that? Because we are mounting up massively, and this has been a bit of a struggle. I almost wanted to have some kind of ability to void those bits, but unfortunately we don't have that. But let's go for the lasso. So we've got the golden lasso here, so you need 8 XP and it's gold nuggets and string. So we should be able to make that. Unfortunately, we can't make it in here. We need to make it in a normal crafting table. So we'll grab one of them. Grab some gold. Thing of gold nuggets. And we can just make it in here. So I think it's like so. There we go. So we can get 1, 2 of them. Never a bad thing to have a couple. And why don't we go get ourselves a chicken now? We can't just lasso them straight out of the nesting boxes. So we do need our net. So what I can do is just go grab this chap out of here, pop him down. Oh, where did you go? Did he fall through the floor? Or did he get sucked around the other side, I wonder? Oh, you're here. There we go. So we'll gather you. And I'm going to, albeit slightly sadly, let's get rid of this lot. Because I'm terribly sorry, but don't actually need them. Which is a shame. Where's he gone? But yeah, there's no point keeping them. We've got plenty of eggs. So yeah, we can say cheerio to them. And it's just another load of stuff that isn't going to be stacking up our system. And I think everything is actually... So I'm still not entirely sure why that isn't filtering through properly. That's filtering through fine. Our sand chickens, I think they're filtering through okay. Yep. I think you guys... Oh, you see, you're not either, are you? So I think there's a little bit of a backup with some of these hoppers here. So let's get all of this lot put away. So yeah, I might have to take a look at that. But yeah, it's just another couple of chickens that, to be fair, we don't have the requirement for what they're actually spitting out. So yeah, I think a little bit of cleansing. You know, we're still keeping one, which means we can get the 10-10-10 eggs, which means that, you know, quite easily we'll be able to hatch a couple more. But we'll stick those in there for the time being, and we'll let that filter through. So I thought we'd actually take a quick look at our achievement book and just see if there is anything that we can actually check off in here. Because again, we've not done it for a little while. So we haven't upgraded an existing Tinker's Tool with a metal part. We could do that. Capture a cow in a jar. Again, we could do that. We have used growth crystals. We did that in the previous episode. That will help us do that. Use a solium dagger to obtain a mob chunk. Now that's something potentially we could do. Craft a master infusion crystal. We need to look at that. This is all... Travel to the end. We've travelled to the end, which is great. What else can we do? Automate crop harvesting. We've technically done that with the... well, you could say we've done that, couldn't we, with our farm. Automate loot bag creation, opening compression. We haven't done that yet. Refined storage system. Yeah, we've got a refined storage system. What else can we do? That's all to do with reactors. That's solar arrays. We're not really doing that properly from here. This is all going into blood magic. And draconic evolution. See, automate wither killing. That's what we want to do. That's something we do need to do. Obtain dimlet parcel from an enderman or loot bag. And I think we've got dimlet parcels, but not so sure about that. 60 by 16 by 16 colossal chest. We did make one of those, to be fair. We just chopped it down a little bit. Collect 20 different chickens and automate resource collection. We've done that. We've actually done quite a lot without really thinking about it, haven't we? Build Ender farming station with octatic capacitors which automate 20 difficulties. Yeah, we haven't done that. And craft a single octuple compressed cobblestone block. We haven't done that either. But there we go. I mean, we've actually achieved quite a bit, and I think it's just where we've been just playing and sort of not really thinking about what it was that we were doing. But yeah, and I'm keen to start getting start to get stuff automated. Oops. Let's have a look in here. Have we got anything exciting? Oh, do with taking that out for a start. But I'm sure we had some dimlets, didn't we? Dimlet parcels, yeah. We have got dimlet parcels, so we can actually check that off as well, which is brilliant. So it's all coming through rather nicely. And we are getting there. So I think, yeah, we need to work a little bit more. We were working on... oh my goodness, I can't even think what it's called now. Empowerer. I believe we're working on the Empowerer down the bottom there, weren't we? In the last episode. And we never actually did get round to finishing that. But let's quickly put our zombie jerky or our zombie flesh into here. Let that crack on. But yeah, so this is the... Is it the Empowerer, display stand, display center? So I think we had everything in here. How much time have we actually got? See, we're already at like 32 minutes, aren't we? So maybe we will save that, I think, for the next episode, that we will get back to our Empowerer and get back onto making... It was our tier 2 growth crystal, wasn't it? If I can actually spell. So it was this here, wasn't it? A tier 2 growth crystal. So we had to make the growth accelerator, which I think we had actually managed to make those. And it was the greenhouse glass. So it was this here. It was the empowered palace crystal block that we were trying to make. And it was the empowered palace crystals that we actually needed. So this was where we were needing to charge that up, get the prismarine shards and the cyan dye. So I think let's do that in the next episode and get that more automated. But for now, guys, I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.